What I was doing before I got into the hospitality industry was I was a purchasing manager at Lifetime Products. When my grandparents and my parents owned a hotel and they decided to sell it, so we bought it in 2014. When I arrived at the hotel in 2013, I did kind of a sabbatical from work, from my regular job of purchasing agent, and I came up there and tried to help run the hotel. And it drove me crazy because they were keeping a handwritten log of reservations. They were using another company called Globe Key, which I nicknamed Double Book Key, because it would always double book, and then we had our manual systems that would also complicate things. It was very hard to see things. I couldn't get any analytical data out of it. I couldn't tell how much of my property was booked at any given time. I had to look at each individual page, and it was extremely hard to understand my business and whether I was succeeding or failing. Since ResinXus, we were talked to initially by one of the salesmen, and I wanted to do it immediately. And that because I could see how it would solve a lot of my problems in my daily activities and eliminate a lot of stress. We waited for the year and did it off season and started the next year. And my life changed dramatically. I didn't have the double bookings anymore. I could see what percentage of my property was booked, what my revenue rate income would be if it all realized. I could see that what we were using out of ResinXus was wonderful, and yet I could also see into the future what it had to offer in marketing and in the packages and specials of what else we could do. What has ResinXus brought me that the other systems that we used in the past didn't, and what's the greatest benefit? The integration of having online bookings with a reliable system that doesn't allow double bookings has been probably our best vacation saver for our guests. And you know, sometimes I look at systems as they don't have to be the very best for me, but they need to provide my guests the very best product that we can offer. And I still have yet to find anything that's too difficult for me to understand in ResinXus. And so I know my customers being taken care of through using that system also. What would I tell somebody about ResinXus and whether it was important to have as a piece of their property management? My cousin is just looking at a hotel and wanting to buy one, and the first piece of advice that I gave her was to call James at Reservation Nexus and to get with a sales group and get signed up on this, because it would help them solve a lot of headaches right up front. And ResinXus is so easy to work with that even I can do it. And it just helps have the consistency and appearing, acting, and performing professionally with a great system that's been well thought out and put together.